Daily Mail article. Links are in the description should you prefer to read through it in your own good time. Going to read through most of the article, I believe. There's no video or anything. Thug, 29 years of age, who went on a rampage in a Halloween mask whilst wielding a meat cleaver, demanding money off terrified victims, has been jailed for more than 3 years. So the gentleman's name is called Ben McCabe from Sunderland, United Kingdom, so that's North England. And he went on a knife rampage in a Halloween mask. So the article gives us more info. A thug who went on a rampage in a Halloween mask whilst wielding a meat cleaver and left people fearing for their lives has been jailed for more than 3 years. Ben McCabe, 29 years of age, from Sutherland, demanded money from strangers whilst wielding a large bladed weapon after an angry confrontation with his father in January of 2021. He warned he was going to kill someone before long during the heated row with his father, who had tried to disarm the son, Ben McCabe. McCabe had blood on his face and told his father he had just been punched by somebody before he damaged the front door of the house with a meat cleaver. He then caused terror like a horror film when he left the house wearing a black Halloween mask and demanded money from people nearby who were forced to flee in fear. Prosecutor Jessica Slaughter told the court that McCabe, who was covered in blood, approached two sisters who were talking in a parked car and hit the driver's window whilst wielding the meat cleaver. One of the witnesses or victims, one of the two sisters, said the defendant approached the driver's side wearing a black Halloween mask, carrying a meat cleaver. He had blood on his hands. He pulled the meat cleaver up, hitting the driver's side window, shouting, and demanded money. He struck the car several times until the driver was able to compose herself and she could drive away. The driver said she was left terrified after the ordeal, while her car was also damaged. Okay, then the article tells us about another victim. Ben McCabe, then targeted a mother and daughter who had heard his demands for money and told them to get back in your fucking house. After he ran towards them, still clutching the weapon, the meat cleaver, the pair locked themselves in the house, but McCabe smashed the front door window before running away. The mother said in a victim statement, "I kept thinking, what if I didn't get into the house and get the door closed in time? What would have happened?" So a scary incident. It was like a horror film. I will never forget how scared I was, said one of the victims. And he's been sentenced to 3 years, 4 months in jail. The judge said, these are very serious offences. You brandished a meat cleaver at perfectly innocent people who had done absolutely nothing wrong and who, I am satisfied, were utterly terrified and deeply affected. The court heard that McCabe has mental health problems which were made worse by substance abuse. He's been admitted to a psychiatric hospital in the past and receives mental health support. He's making some progress in coming off drink and drugs. And the article wraps up by telling us that whilst he was in prison, just hours since getting into prison, he updates his Facebook. So he's managed to smuggle in a mobile phone into prison. That's a bit disturbing how easy it is to smuggle a phone in. So thankfully there were no victims in the sense that nobody was physically harmed. But certainly it would have been an extremely scary ordeal for anyone who had this fucking knobhead running at them with a meat cleaver threatening to kill them.